Times were changing in Sidelick Town. New licks were constantly visiting, and as you might already know, everyone has some garbage to get rid of. With more licks, more garbage came in. Now, most of the special errands involved garbage. Jeff and Oscar collected garbage. Ray and Tommy collected garbage. And can you guess what Billy and Timmy collected? That's right, garbage. Nick had a free day and wanted to spend it with his friends. "Jeff! Oscar!" he cried. "Please, wait!" "I have the day off. Do you want to spend it with me?" he asked. Even though they had work to do, Jeff and Oscar would usually agree to meet up later. But the foul-smelling rubbish put them in bad moods. "We have work to do," snorted Jeff. "I'll tell you if the garbage production ever halts," teased Oscar. Jeff and Oscar rolled away. Nick walked up to Ray and Tommy. "Do you two want to have the day off with me?" asked Nick. "Go away, Nick," they both shouted. Finally, he asked his friends Billy and Timmy, but they didn't want to spend the day either. Nick felt very sad. He thought to himself, "Why doesn't anyone like me anymore? Are they just tired of plain old me?" Suddenly, an idea popped in under his toupee. "Maybe, if I can show them some fun, they'll want to spend time with me again," he said to himself. Nick decided to start telling jokes. He knew everyone liked a good laugh. As Oscar and Jeff waited, he told them a joke. One cart said to the other, "I bet there's one load I could take that you couldn't ever carry." "What's that?" asked the other. "Just hop in my basket and I'll carry you." Oscar and Jeff thought the joke was funny. They rolled off with fresh smiles. Later, he told the riddle to Ray and Tommy. But they either didn't get it, or they still weren't in the mood. They snorted and rode off. All day, Nick got mixed reactions to his jokes. But he was at least happy that some of the licks liked joke-telling Nick. The next day, Corey assigned a job that wasn't about garbage. It was a defective load on its way back to the factory. Nick hadn't yet been to the factory, and he was eager to see it. But when he asked for the job, Corey said it wasn't right for him. He was stunned. He complained about it to Ray. "It seems as if Mr. Jokes is now a whole new Nick." "If that's one of your riddles," snapped Ray, "then go away, Mr. Dumb Jokes." Ray stormed away, leaving Nick sad again. He then tried to explain his troubles to Jeff and Billy. "How do you find such funny jokes?" asked Jeff. "I'm not joking," cried Nick. "I'm serious now." Nick was beginning to think this wasn't his brightest idea. He spoke to his father, who had been waiting for Nick to see sense. "Well, I'm guessing that the old Nick wasn't too bad, eh?" muttered Corey. "But how do I bring him back and send Mr. Dumb Jokes packing?" asked Nick. "Think about it," said Corey. "What would normal Nick do?" "Well, I would usually apologize for my faults," said Nick, "and then try to make up for it." "That's exactly what I would recommend," agreed Corey. When Nick apologized for not being himself, the others weren't sure to believe him. But then, he offered to take the leftover garbage to the scissor yard for them, even though he had been offered a chance to go to the factory. The Sidelicks were very happy. Not only were they glad to be rid of the rubbish, but to have Nick back to normal. Later, Nick apologized to one more person. "I'm sorry for not being myself," apologized Nick. "I see now that I'd take being not always liked by everyone instead of being a fool any day." "Well, I'll always like you," said Corey, "and so does the rest of the family. And as long as you're proud of that and yourself, that's really all that matters."